Hello, it's Maya here. I love how this is peeking in the corner of this video. It's very fitting because today I wanted to talk about the fact that I am about to release a song about masturbation with you guys. And I wanted to talk about my feelings on that and what I hope it will give you. I hope it'll make you feel. But yeah, so this song is about masturbation first and foremost, but I did write it in a way that it could also be perceived as just a regular love song, because the core of the song is love, and for me that happens to be my sexual relationship between me and me, like my spiritual like self and my physical self, but for you that of course can also mean you and a partner, or somebody that makes you feel really good. But yeah, for me, this song is an ode about my relationship to having sex with myself. I would say I used to be quite a big prude as a kid, as a teenager. I used to be scared to be seen in my bikini. I used to think kissing and anything else would be gross. And yeah, even like when I was like in my early teens, I would like genuinely think that kids my age having any sort of physical contact was just absolutely disturbing, gross, dirty. I was scared of it, but I think under it all was mostly just like a thick ass core layer of shame. I'm not entirely sure where that came from. It was just embedded in who I am, I think, or who I was. But it was definitely fed by my surroundings. I vividly remember that, for example, when we started getting sexual education at school, that the book said that all boys masturbate. It's a natural thing. And with some exception, girls do too. So some girls might try. And that really stuck to me because that was at the age where I started to get the sexual desire. But I've also strongly felt, and I was very like closely connected to this idea of being the good girl, the stereotypical like nice girl that's like the sweetheart, the perfect student. And in my head, and like I thought sexual desire was not a part of that. And so I was very stuck in that. But of course, I had hormones raging through my body. So I started at some point exploring my body and what would feel good. And I would read the little magazines that they made for teenagers, that with advice to like just stick a toothbrush up there and see what it like. I was, invested. But I was so ashamed of feeling like I wanted to touch myself and wanting, like being curious, that every time I would touch myself, I would afterwards feel like I was going to hell. Like I was the devil for doing this. And I should never ever tell anybody. So that was kind of like my beginning stage of my sexual identity. And yeah, that continued for a couple of years. And then at some point, I was physically sick, as some of you might know. And I started to realize that I needed to mentally heal my relationship to my body because I couldn't physically fix it. But I needed to at least make it a bit more of a positive space for myself in my brain. So I started to get very invested in like self-care practices. I was reading books and watching videos on kind of how to love your body more and love yourself more in general. So I started doing like these smile gaze meditations where you look in the mirror and you smile, or like you do like a body scan and you have to send love to each and every body part while you do it. I started taking self-portraits, nude ones, because it kind of forced, in a way it forced me to see myself as art and not as me, you know, because I wanted to make a beautiful picture. I wanted to make a piece of art, so that it, like, therefore I had to kind of observe myself as that and not see myself as, oh, this is me, this is my body, this is what's wrong with it, all of those type of things. And I think hand in hand with that, I started to enjoy my body more, and I started to see that, you know, pleasure is kind of a beautiful thing, because in a way it can also serve as a meditation. It can also serve as a smiling meditation where you are sending your body love. And I started to realize that I have a clitoris and it's literally there just for pleasure. We have more than 8,000 nerves ending down there, and its sole purpose is to have pleasure as a woman, or as a vulva owner. And I started to realize that this was kind of an amazing thing. It was a powerful thing. And my spiritual journey continued. And then I realized that, of course, your energy and your, you're fueled with super high and light energy. And I started to manifest during orgasms, and it just felt amazing. And I think for me, honestly, like masturbating, and just in general touching yourself and making this a ritual, so lighting candles while you do it, just first explore yourself, touch yourself, like explore what feels good, what doesn't feel good. It was such a healing journey, that I think it also helped me through a lot of darker times in my life, where, for example, I would have bad relationships with men, or just in general in the sexual atmosphere. This kind of really helped me to realize that I am not broken. My relationship with my sexuality is always sacred. And it's just about, okay, trying to figure out how I can share that sacred space, with people around me. And so I thought it was just really special to end this EP that's mostly about heartache and sickness and all of these heavy topics with a song that kind of embodies what was a tool for me to get out of that space, like a beacon of light. And yeah, so I think it's really special that I get to share that with you now. Of course, you don't have to listen to the song thinking of masturbation. I do, honestly. I have a friend. She was one of the first ones that I showed this song to, and I told her it was about masturbation. And this is her masturbation song now, because honestly, there is a good climax in this song. But yeah, of course, you don't have to be like that. You can just also listen to it as like an anthem of love, because it's an anthem of love and celebration and just joy. So yeah, I hope you will feel that too, and I hope that it brings you light.